All right, hey everybody, let's do a real quick short update here on XRP. The last time we talked, we were still talking about us being done with a macro wave 4 and that we could be moving up in a wave 5. Locally, it looks like we just went through a local correction, nothing bearish, just a little local correction before we go ahead and resume the trend looking for these higher targets, okay? Judging by this being a 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, we're looking for that fifth wave to come in an Elliot wave still, right? To finish off this impulse to the upside because things in Elliot wave move up in 5 waves and back in 3 waves, right? So we're still looking for this leg to go ahead and finish. So for now, we can put an extension from 0 to 3 to 4, and we can start to watch the resistances that come in here at the local 382 extension resistance at $3.78. And our next resistance at the 0.618 extension at $6.10. I lean more towards that $6.10 target. I do think it's viable. We don't often see wave 5s stop at the 382, but they can happen. So let's zoom in a little bit. But first, here on the daily, I want to show you something. We have a really bullish candle here. It is a really strong candle. You can see the majority of it is a handle of the candle, I apologize, with a really small head on it, right? So it's a really bullish candle. We could sometimes see 50% of the liquidity left in this wick of the candle be taken back, okay? And that looks like it coming down to $2.10. That aligns with our lower time frame buying area for spot. And a possible reversal area. But let's go down into lower time frames and look at the reasons why or why not that we might go for that liquidity, okay? So first let's go to an 8-hour. And let's talk about what we might be looking at here. So if this reversal here on the 8-hour was strong and this is a wave 1, then this could be a 3-wave retracement in a WXY. It's just a local correction before resumption of the bullish trend, right? It came pretty nicely to the 0.618, which is one of the first supports of a WXY and the Y target of that when placing the extensions from 0 to W to X. We look for that first area of interest at a 0.618, right? The most common area of interest for a Y leg, though, would be that 1 through 1.236. So I wouldn't rule out these lower targets. Those come in around $2.30 to $2.20-ish cents, okay? If somebody had no skin in the game, or even if you took a little purchase here, now you can mitigate risk by telling yourself you don't want these lows lost. If so, and you want a low time frame reversal in 5 waves, a retracement that comes back and holds, and then we would like to break these highs and start showing more signs of a reversal through impulsivity, okay? Meaning another 5-wave structure to the upside. If we fail in this area, right, which is kind of in line with the golden pocket, we can place that fib really quickly from the high of the X to the low of that blue wick. And we can see that we're currently at the golden retrace resistance, okay? If XRP can break the 275 at the 0.786 retracement, that will give a lot of probability to the bulls and the fact that we could have seen the low be in the WXY scenario, okay? So something to be open to. If it fails, though, and it rejects here at the golden pocket, then we could be looking for this to make a C leg down, and we would then delete our WXY scenario, and we would go ahead and look at this as an ABC, okay? So we'd have an A leg down, a 3-wave motion up, and a B. That looks like some sort of 335 possibly. And then we would look for a 5-wave motion down into our target area, okay, of 1 through 1.382. We'll continue to try to keep this updated, but for now, things locally may be reversing on XRP. We can zoom in really quickly here. We can see on the hourly that we're somewhat starting to make an ascent in somewhat 3-wave motions, right? So we have 3 up in 1, 3 down in 2, 3 up in 3, 3 down in 4, and maybe a final 3 up in 5. How this area is handled around 260 will tell us a lot. And if it somehow, some way was a leading diagonal, the most common retracement support after is to come back to that 0.786. So that'd be around 251, right? So if someone had bought these lows, just be open to the fact that we could retrace some of this, but you really don't want to see these lows lost, or we'll roll into our other scenarios. So see you out there, and thanks for your time and watching the update. Thank you, everybody.